What's going on, guys? It's Project Prepper 42, and today I want to go over my updated bug out bag. The last video that I did, that was my original bug out bag, but it really worked better as a get home bag because it wasn't quite big enough. So I went out, got a new bug out bag, switched everything over, and I just want to show you what I've done to my new bug out bag. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of detail about some of the things in here because that would make the video extremely long. So I'm just going to go over it briefly, but if there is anything that you want to see a little bit more details about, just leave in the comments and let me know, and I'll be glad to do a video on that item and go into a little bit more detail about it. But on this pack, I really like how it's designed. There's little pouches on the outside of the bag, and that's kind of what I wanted because, you know, if I'm trying to get wherever I'm going, I don't want to have to stop and dig through things. I want the really important things on the outside so I can get to it a whole lot quicker. The first thing on the outside is my fixed blade knife. This is one of the Smith & Wesson. I think it's one of the Bullseye. It came with a hatchet, which is in the pack as well, and I'll show you where that is. But, you know, this is not one of the name brand, top of the line, you know, outdoorsman knives or whatever. This knife really works well. I really like it. You know, I've put it through the test. I've threw in the mud. I've really tested it out, and it's held up quite well. So, you know, that's why it's in the bag. You know, even though it's not one of the name brand knives, but it is a really good knife, fixed bladed knife to have. So I have this right on the outside, so I can get to it pretty quickly. The top pack is I have a pulley, which is something that you don't see a lot in bug out bags, but I really think that this would come in handy, especially if you're trying to put some of your gear up high, so animals won't get to it, or fix your shelter, whatever the situation is. A pulley would work really great in that situation. I have a ratchet strap with the ratchet and the metal hooks in there. If the paracord's just not cutting it, you got a ratchet strap in there. Down below, I have 4 flares, and I've double bagged them to make sure that they don't get wet. 2 reasons. One, for signal. If I'm lost, I'm trying to, if I need to be found, I got the flares. And the other one would be a good fire starter as well. So I have some 4 flares in that bottom pack. And here is my knife that I use for skinning game. I've used this a lot. This is extremely sharp. It's a Browning pocket knife, and I use this all the time. When I go hunting, I take this with me just because it works really well, and it's just one of those knives that has never let me down, and that's why it's in the pack. The last little knife in here is a little Gerber knife. My daughter picked this up for me for Christmas and said it needed to go in my survivor book bag. So here is my little Gerber knife. This pouch down here has my hand cranked radio and flashlight. There's no need for batteries. You just crank it up and you've got a flashlight and radio. In this pouch, this is my ammo pouch. This is where I keep all my ammunition for my pistol. This one right here is my fishing kit. I went to Walmart not too long ago, and these, you're not going to be able to see it, but I got 4 little packs, and they were marked down for $1 a piece. So I got 4 of these, some extra fishing line, and some hooks with line on them. Here is my fishing kit. This was one of those travel thing where the travel section is in Walmart. I've got some trout magnets, some extra line, some hooks and line, all that for my fishing kit. I've loaded them down with the trout magnets just because I know trout magnets work really well. So I've got the fishing kit, some bundles of pre-cut paracord, 10-foot, some heavy-duty paracord. This is my flashlight with the sock over it, so nothing will scratch the lens or break it. So there's my flashlight with my sock, just in case if one of my socks get wet. And this is some heavy-duty rope as well. So this is the section that I would go to for my cordage. Everything's in here, and my flashlight. It's all right here, so I don't have to go digging for it. I can get to it pretty quickly. On the back side of the bag, right where the belt goes around, there's two big pouches. One is designed for your pistol. If you're carrying one, or you're carrying your other gun, you can keep your pistol right here. And in this pouch is the actual hatchet itself of the knife. It's a kind of combo set, but I left this up front. There's the hatchet. I left this right up front because if I'm trying to get to my location or whatever, and there's things in the way, I can keep this on and just reach right in here and grab it and be able to use it. It's not in the bottom of my pack. It's not somewhere where I have to dig around to find it. It's all right there. Right here's a pouch for like sunglasses or safety glasses or something. And on this pouch, I have some hand sanitizer in there. So there's a bottle of hand sanitizer right there. And of course, a compass and whistle and that kind of thing. All right, so outside of the pack, up here, some water tablets, some wire for setting snare traps, a sharpening stone, your knife, and this is my fire piston. This is definitely not my go-to source of fire starting, but I really liked it. I've always wanted one, and it is a lot of fun to play around with. So there's my fire piston. It's got some char cloth, some tinder, extra O-rings in here, and I think I got this off of Amazon. Like I said, it's a lot of fun to play with, so I always wanted one, so that's why it's in the pack. And I do have some hand warmers in here as well. So there's all that. Down here is my fire kit. In here there's about a million ways to start a fire. So like I said, there's a lot of things in here, and like I said, I don't want to go over everything in here, but if you want to see this in more detail, just let me know and I'll be glad to do a video. I had a lot of fun building these types of kits. This is one of the waterproof lock containers that you can pick up at Walmart or any kind of outdoor store, but locks down really well. I actually put a paper towel in it, soaked it in water for a while, and pulled it up, and it was completely dry. So that's why all the tinder and all the fire stuff is in this box right here. In the top section here is my frying pan and my pots that have some trail mix, some soup, and some noodles and all that down in here. Paracord right on top. My hammock. And this is one of those items that I don't really know what to do with. I don't want to take it out because it's very useful in a situation that you would need it, but it's only good in that type of situation. This is the Vango Storm Shelter 200. This is a two-person igloo, if you will. I've tried really hard to make sure everything's waterproof, nothing's going to get wet, but if an emergency happened and you're trying to get to your bug out location or whatever, and it starts pouring the rain down, you take this out, open it up, and put your bug out bag down and sit on top of it, and pulls it over. It's like a massive igloo is what it is. It's got a ventilation thing, some windows, and like I said, I don't want to take it out, but it's just one of those things where it could be very useful in that situation. It's not heavy at all, but it does take up a little bit of room, but compared to the hammock, that's not too much bigger. But anyways, there's my storm shelter. First aid kit. Some food boards. More food boards. I picked this up. This is a camera case that I picked up at a yard sale for $1 or so. but inside of here are the things that I would really not want to be digging for. Everything is in here, it's together. In this case, real quick, I have some tenders, trash bags, my cooker, my little Stanley soup pot, some wet wipes, bandanas, 2 rolls of duct tape, and some cigars for bartering or starting a fire or anything like that. And I got some emergency blankets in there as well. So there's that. And the rest of the stuff in here, I don't really want to pull out. I have my EDC kit. I have some aluminum foil, some glow sticks, shovel, bandanas, coffee filters. That's just about it. But anyways, like I said, I'm not going to pull everything out of here because I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit what I've done to it. But if you like the video, make sure you hit the like button. Tell me what you think. And like I said, if there's something in here, if you want to see a little bit more about a specific item or whatever, just let me know and I'll be glad to put a video together for you. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm right there at 130. Been there for a while. It'd be good to see some new faces, and hopefully these videos will help you pack your bags and get you more prepared for when a disaster does strike. I do want to thank you so much for watching. As always, have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one.